Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. I have a Valentine's Day craft for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful rose-covered heart table decor. This craft is fun and easy to make. Let me go ahead and show you how to make it. Here is a list of the tools and materials I used to complete the project. For your convenience, I've also included a detailed list in the description box below. Let's get started. You're going to need one of the wood heart cutouts from Dollar Tree. And then to start, just take a ruler and we're going to go ahead and mark out our stripes. I like to start in the center so I get the angle that I want. And I'm just going to do the width of this ruler. Now on my stripes, I'm going to go ahead and paint the base the color of the roses that I'm going to be placing, just in case you can see through or I don't get them in tight enough. And the colors that I'm using are white, red, and pink. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect because remember we are going to be covering it. This is just in case anything shows through. Okay, so go ahead. I'm going to do white, pink, red, white. Got my paint down. It's not perfect, but like I said, that's okay because we're going to be putting roses over the top. I used apple barrel, just white acrylic paint, and then the pink parfait and cardinal crimson. Okay, you're going to want to let that completely dry. To make the heart stand up, I'm going to put a kickstand on the back. So what I'm going to use is one of the wood rulers that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. And you're going to need one of these utility knives that you can also pick up from Dollar Tree. And you want it to be about 7 inches in length. So I'm just going to use the ruler's markings and another ruler to keep my blade straight. And then you just want to go ahead and score it. So lay it down, go over it a couple times. Make sure that you get the sides and the back. So just keep going over until you score it really well all the way around, and then it will snap in half right there. Okay, so you can see I have it nice and scored all the way around. Then you just want to hold it close to that and wiggle it back and forth until it snaps. Okay? Then you want to go ahead and use some sandpaper and smooth out the end that you cut. Okay, so I have my paint all dry and I'm happy with it. Now I'm not worried that the lines are not real clean. If you are unable to find any of the small roses, now I'm going to be using these little velvet roses. I found these at the 99-cent store. They come 25 count to a bag, and I have 1 bag of red, I have 1 bag of pink, and 1 bag of white. which I'm hoping will be sufficient to fully fill those. Now, Dollar Tree this year also carried these little like felt roses, but they were larger. You can use those. If you can't find anything like that, when you paint, go ahead and use some painter's tape. You can also get this at Dollar Tree, so that you get nice clean lines, and then you can just leave it painted like this and finish it off by using one of Crafter's Square's wood words. They have several to choose from. There's hope, home, hello. They also have love and some other things. Or you can always use one of the galvanized words. They have love, XOXO, and Valentine. And if you put Valentine right across the widest part, that will even fit. So those are some other options that you can finish off this heart in case you're unable to find anything like this to use. I opened up all my package of the flowers. Now, before I start to attach anything on this side, I'm going to go ahead and attach the kickstand. So I have my piece of ruler that was cut at 7 inches. Now, my cut is not real flat and straight, so you want to use the natural cut on the ruler as your bottom piece. And then you're also going to need a piece of sturdy ribbon. You can use whatever you have. I'm going to be using some of the burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is use the ribbon for the kickstand. Okay, so we're going to glue part of it onto the kickstand and the other part onto the board. Somewhat like this. And then you'll be able to move it. So go ahead and cut a piece that's about 5 inches in length. Now you're going to want to fold that ribbon so it's the same width as your ruler. And go ahead and glue half of it down to the back of the ruler. And you want to keep the clean end on the bottom. You're going to glue the rough end. Okay, so you want to get a good amount of ribbon glued onto the back. And don't burn yourself because the glue will come through any kind of burlap ribbon. I always use 100% silicone tool. These work really well, and if glue gets on it, it just wipes right off. They're really nice. You can get these in the kitchen section in Dollar Tree. Okay, and then you want to bend that over and lay it flat. And then you want to find your placing. Okay. And then go ahead and glue it down to the heart. Okay, you want to make sure that you glue high enough that it's stable, but not so high that you can't move the back. Okay? Okay, one more ribbon we need to attach is on the bottom here, so that you can control how far that comes out so it stays stable. So I have a piece of this really pretty red and white check. This came out of the Valentine's Day section. It's about 6.5 inches long. I want to glue part of it on this end. This is going to help stabilize the kickstand. Then you need to decide how far you want your kickstand to come out. You want it to come out about like that. I'd say that's about 2 to 3 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue down that ribbon. Okay, so just play with it until it becomes stable. Okay, once that's dry, and you don't have to worry about it gluing together, go ahead and turn it over, and then we're going to go ahead and attach the roses. And now I'm just going to go ahead and attach these flowers by hot gluing them over the stripes of the same color. Now you don't have to worry about crowding them too close together because underneath it's the same color. You want to make sure that they're able to be full and open on their own. When you're laying these down, you want to start with your largest stripes first to make sure that you have enough. Now I'm not going to worry about this white stripe down here. This pink will most likely cover that, but I am going to do this white up here. Okay. I got the heart completely covered, and it took every single little rose I had. And these roses measure anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches in size, in case you're looking for something that's similar. Okay, so this is what it looks like standing up. I think it is so cute. I think I'm going to add a bow up here on the side. So I've gone ahead and pulled out some of my ribbon. I have this white laced ribbon. I wanted it to pull out some of the white. Now all of these ribbons I picked up from Dollar Tree. And then the gingham. And then this one says, I picked you with hearts. And then this one is a red background with pink and white hearts on it. You want to go ahead and cut your ribbon at 6 inches. And you'll want to cut 2 pieces of ribbon. I only had enough of this ribbon for one, so that's fine. But I have 2 of the others. So I've picked 4 different kinds of ribbon. And this is what I call my messy bow. I've really been into these lately. So just take your first piece to the center and then crisscross. You want to make sure you're pinching in the middle. And then just work through and lay down one of each and then start over. So it looks something like that. Hold that in the middle. Then you're going to need a small piece of floral wire. Take that and wrap that right around the center. I always like to fold things over so I can get a good grip and adjust. And pinch right at the base and twist. You need to make sure it's nice and secure so they don't come apart. And that's my little messy bow. Once you've gotten that twisted down where you're happy, go ahead and remove the excess wire. Just leave a little bit there and then just fold that down, the little piece of wire. You're also going to need a package of the DIY stickers. I like these. I use them all the time. Now they have a couple different packs. I like this one that has the little arrow through the heart. And I always take the stickers off because on paper they work fine, but on projects they don't stick that well. Now it's up to you. You can choose the pink heart. You can choose the white unfinished heart. But I like to put that on top and place it right in the middle. Yep, I think I'm going to go with the unfinished one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that right on top. And then I'm going to glue this right into the middle of my bow. And I want to place my bow kind of right up here in the corner at a little bit of an angle. And there you go. Isn't that adorable? Something very pretty to sit on a side table or maybe your mantle. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and leave me some love in the comments. That really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content that's worth watching. Thanks so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone in your family is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a great day, and I will catch you next time.